out every year just to recognize Secord's most exceptional graduate. This award is presented to a graduating student who has achieved excellent academic results, has demonstrated outstanding leadership within the school, and must have significantly been involved in athletics, the music program, drama productions, and co-curricular activities. In short, a student who has chosen to pursue the 3 A's, academics, arts, and athletics, with excellence. This year's recipients have approached every opportunity with a mindset for excellence, choosing to do what it takes to be the very best they can be. Never complaining about setbacks and making mature choices towards experiencing it all.
The Lower Secord Awards Committee has unanimously chosen this year's recipient because they have demonstrated all of the above. Michael Jordan, arguably the best ever basketball player, states, "I have failed over and over, and that is why I'm successful." We all know his story of getting cut from his varsity basketball team in his junior year, only to come back the next year and set school records. He did not dwell on the failure, but listened to his mom, who told him to use the feeling of failure as motivation to prove his coaches wrong. 6 NBA championships and 6 Most Valuable Player awards was his reward. A fitting analogy for this year's Laura Secord's medal recipient. So here is the resume to admire. Academically, the honor roll all 4 years with 90+ average. Athletics, badminton, baseball, volleyball, basketball, cut in the first year. And like Michael Jordan, came back to lead the team in grades 10, 11, and 12. Track and field and athlete of the year in grade 10 and 12. The arts, choir, senior band, jazz band, and the first time ever in a musical, Oklahoma. Leadership, jump mentor, school prefect, captains of the basketball and volleyball teams. Extracurricular, intramurals, first time fishing club. Taught a student how to fish. That young lady finished 10th in the fishing derby. This year's recipient got skunked. Community, Kristen French Award. Attitude, like the major manufacturer, LG, states, life is good, especially when you're a fisherman. Please help us congratulate this year's Laura Secord Medal recipient, LG, Mr. Lyle Gable. Presenting this award is Caroline McCormick, I call her Laura. Friends of the Laura Secord, a nonprofit community group established to preserve, strengthen, and perpetuate the legacy of the Canadian heroine and our school's namesake, Laura Secord, a person of national significance famous for her courageous actions during the War of 1812. Thank you, Caroline.
I would now like to call upon Tracy Thorpe to introduce this year's valedictorian.
Woo! Good evening, everyone. I'll try to not get emotional. Tonight I have the honor of introducing this year's valedictorian, Mark Clausen. Over the past 4 years, I've had the opportunity to work with Mark in drama classes, musical theater classes, 2 drama nights, 2 musicals, drama council, and on our improv team. I have seen him dance, act, direct, and be involved in student union, jazz choir, concert choir, and dance team, all while maintaining an honor roll status. Mark is a very energetic and very busy young man. Oh, and if you're ever in Niagara Lake at Starbucks, I'm told that he makes a really mean caramel macchiato. It's been such a pleasure to watch Mark grow throughout his years here at Secord as a performer and as a person. I remember grade 9 Mark. He was a bundle of energy with so many ideas and so much to say, and he wanted to make sure he said it all. Just ask Miss Jarvis. People think that I talk quickly. He can talk pretty quickly. Our dance teacher at that time, Miss Wilde, told me that she remembers Mark coming to her school to watch rehearsals when he was in grade 1. And when he was in grade 8, he stepped into a role when one of her actors left the cast of the musical they were doing, and he did a fabulous job. Here at Secord, Mark performed his first role in one of our drama nights. He played Chief Duffy in Sorry, Wrong Number. I can still picture the rehearsals when he had to eat a sandwich, and he had to time when he was eating so he wasn't chewing when he was saying his lines. Kind of a messy time, I tell you. But if we fast forward to just a few months ago when he played Andrew Carnes in Oklahoma, and he was nominated for Best Featured Actor in a Musical. His hard work and dedication to that show was commendable, and again, his performance was excellent. Seeing Mark dance this year on our school's hip-hop team, which he was captain of, makes me think about how much he's grown as a dancer and a choreographer. But he's mentioned it, and it still brings back the memory, because I was there when he peer tutored that grade 9 dance class and dislocated his knee. That is a sight I will never unsee. But Mark was right back at school again, smiling and ready to work, even though he had to be on crutches for a little while. And that's the great thing about Mark. He smiles through everything. Doesn't matter if he's stressed or nervous or things just aren't working out. Mark still has the ability to smile and laugh his way through whatever it is. It's something that draws people to him. Just seeing Mark smile or hearing his cheerful greeting in the hall can pick up anyone's day. He's been a wonderful student to teach and a supportive friend to many at Secord, including my daughter. Mark, I'm so glad I was able to be part of your high school experience and that I've had the opportunity to watch you mature into such a creative, talented, and successful young man. In the words of our favorite musical theater composer, you know things now that you never did before. And so now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you the valedictorian of this year's graduating class, Mark Clausen.
Okay, well, hello everyone. So, 4 years ago today, my classmates and I first stepped into this school with fear, apprehension, and an overwhelming sense of the unknown. We asked ourselves, how am I going to find people to have lunch with? Or they aren't really going to shove me into a locker, are they? But now we look back at these moments and smile because I'm pretty sure that none of us were actually shoved into a locker. However, a lot has happened over the last 4 years of our lives. We've gained friends and we've lost friends. We've exceeded expectations and we've fallen short. But despite all of that, we've made it. Through the thickest and thinnest of times, we've kicked and screamed. But somehow, the small dorky kids that entered this school 4 years ago have transformed into the best group of people a person can surround themselves with. We have every kind of person you can think of on this stage right now. Dancers, athletes, painters, brainiacs, thespians, gymnasts, chemists, physicists, singers, and everything in between. But we all share one common trait. We've grown up together. Thinking of all the memories that we've had, I actually laugh. It seems like just yesterday we were sliding for our first soapy slip and slide at our Paralympics, being covered in God knows what. Or going to Niagara Falls with Madame Graham or Madame Goulet getting crepes, which really had nothing to do with speaking French. It's funny thinking that we felt so infinite. That time would never pass us while we were all together. But now that we are here, dresses in gowns, tears and smiles, and recollecting about everything that has happened to us. Over the past month, people have been coming up to me saying that they want my speech to be funny or they want to cry. But let's face it, we're all going to cry today. Today marks the end of a journey we once thought would never end. But now here we are. I want all the graduates right now to look around at each other and let it really sink in. These are the faces that have aided your time here at Lower Secord and made it a meaningful one. Without each other, we are one brush stroke on a painting, but united, we are a masterpiece. Now I want you to look into the audience, see the faces that have also aided your time here. Mothers, fathers, guardians, aunts, and uncles, they have been a backbone to us all at one point or another. And without them, how would we know how to prepare ourselves to move into the great unknown that is adulthood? From this point on, we are free to do what we want with our lives. The future is ours, and don't let anyone tell you different. No matter what path you follow after Laura Secord, college, university, straight into a job, I wish you all the best. We are a AAA school, and with the combination of those elements, we are unstoppable. To the teachers that have touched our lives, thank you. Without your endless hours in class, or without you, our endless hours in class would have been pointless. Your ability to shape us all into the young adults we are now is exemplary to say the least, and I'm going to try my best to apply the Pythagorean theorem to my real-world life. I'll get back to you on that. To my fellow classmates, where do I begin? You're the reasons I wake up and come to school in the morning. Having the ability to get to know all of you over the last 4 years has been an experience I will never forget. I stood aside in the hallway the other day and had to take a look at everyone because what a difference puberty has done to us all. We've grown up whether we wanted to or not. We've only experienced a small sliver of life's beauty, and I'm excited to see all of you down the road to hear what amazing things you've done for the world. So, I leave you all with a few but meaningful lyrics because I can't express my love for you all enough. Circle me and the needle moves gracefully, back and forth. If my heart was a compass, you'd be north. Risk it all, because I'll catch you if you fall. Wherever you go, if my heart was a house, you'd be. In the end, it's those you surround yourself with that make your time here memorable. To everyone involved in our lives, thank you so much. Also, a thank you to everyone that made tonight possible. Take one last look, grads, because we made it. Congratulations.
To please come forward to make a presentation to our valedictorian, Mark Clausen. It should be noted that, in accordance with Laura Secord secondary school tradition, a portrait of the valedictorian was drawn by Marissa Naylor and is currently on display outside of the auditorium doors. It will be mounted on the wall leading from the main office to the rear of the school, along with portraits of all of our previous valedictorians. This year's valedictorian will receive a framed reproduction of this portrait. Well done. Now, as this evening comes to an end, there are some final remarks that need to be made. Many staff and students have contributed to the organization and success of this graduation ceremony. I'd like to recognize a few specific individuals. First off, the graduation committee chair, Andrea Nye, Vince DeLuca, Nicole Goodwin, and Karen Viega from the guidance office, Jean Rosner, Kelly Lavelle, and Tracy Newman for the countless hours they have spent preparing diplomas, certificates, and programs, amongst other things. Thanks go to Dave Sisler and the music students, Tracy Thorpe, Patricia Ware-Matthews, Stuart Simpson, Steve Abercrombie, and Greg Staples for the stage decorations, also our librarian, Janice Johnstone, for helping to prepare the certificates, and Jenny Janke for organizing the reception. Thanks as well to Leslie Wilson for all her help with the crew, and thanks to Rod Mandow, our Grand Marshal. We'd like to extend a very special thank you to our honored guests, you who took time away from your busy schedules to be here to celebrate with our graduates. And finally, of course, thank you to our grads for your contributions and involvement. Your energy, spirit, and care for the school have helped make Laura Secord a fantastic place to be. On behalf of Mrs. Simpson and Mrs. Burns, my co-MC, Mrs. Jane Davies, and all of the Laura Secord staff, congratulations, graduate. We wish you well, and immediately following the recessional, a reminder, everyone is invited to a reception on the front lawn. I want to thank you for coming. Please stand for the recessional. And let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, Laura Secord Secondary School. Thank you.